PGF 6 was an amazing show for the fans, and with a few weeks to reflect on it, here's 3 things I'd love to see from the organization moving forward. 1. A women's division. Big money events are becoming more and more common in Jiu-Jitsu, but unfortunately so far all those opportunities have been for the men. In a sport where pay equity has been such a hot topic of conversation, with many of the top women in the sport earning fractions of what their male counterparts do, this provides an opportunity for PGF to plant its flag as an industry leader while also delivering an amazing week of matches. With big money on offer, PGF could draw on some really huge names, and there are a lot of fantastic grapplers in the 125 and 135 pound divisions who could all come together to make a 20-person field that is absolutely stacked. PGF has already put on an all-women season before, and when Champ-Champ Kiaya Jackson called for her opportunity now that the big bucks have rolled in, production booth sounded interested, so let's make it happen. Number 2, scoring. As a devout member of the Church of the One True Submission,
oh hell,
I love me a choke, but I wasn't the biggest fan of the scoring system. For viewers at home, I worry the difference between kills and breaks may be a bit confusing, and while I can argue that it's the equivalent of a touchdown and a field goal, I feel it's more akin to if a passing touchdown was worth 3 and a rushing touchdown was worth 6 in order to counteract the passing meta that's taken over the NFL. While I believe the idea behind the differential is to prioritize aggressive attacking jiu-jitsu, in practice, I don't think it had much impact on the game plan of most of the grapplers. At the end of the day, the chokers choked and the breakers broke. With top-ranked PJ Barch opening his campaign with 5 straight draws, he was in desperate need of points. When push came to shove, however, he didn't resort to going all out for the chokes. He just went out there and took home legs in 5 of his next 6 matches. By switching to a system that awards 3 points for a submission of any type, with a bonus point for every minute remaining on the clock, PGF would still prioritize fast, aggressive grappling without hamstringing athletes who fight with certain strengths. Finally, I'd love to see the removal of team points for individual grapplers. While I understand the desire to push the importance of the team competition, I feel like the high payout for the victorious team already handles that, while the inclusion of team points in the individual standings led to multiple instances of confusion about where athletes stood at a given time. The addition of team points also caused havoc that I was not partial to in the individual standings, with Andy Varela posting the 2nd highest points in the event but still finishing as the 4th seed, and top-seeded PJ Barch matching the best overall record with 5 wins and 7 draws, yet finding himself on the outside looking in until an injury to Ben Eddy saw him claim the final spot. A system more akin to F1, where the team classification has no impact on the individual classification, would result in more accurate final standings and a more competitive playoff bracket, which results in more entertaining and exciting matches on the final day of the season. Number 3, the pay structure, and I realize this is going to be my most controversial take.
I think it's a good idea, and I'm standby.
While massive payouts like $20,000 per grappler is amazing for the guys who get it and an excellent way to get attention on the promotion, I think if we want to truly grow the sport, it starts from the bottom up. This is a problem that plagues MMA to this day, where fighters who enter Fight Week with $17 in their bank account can share a card with someone about to cash a 7-figure check. While big payouts are undoubtedly something this sport needs if it's going to truly establish itself as a proper spectator sport, a higher floor is, I think, the most important thing we can strive for. By getting more athletes in a position where they can afford to train full-time, we raise the overall quality of grappling on display, and as a result, the quality of events that can be put on. While I believe there's room to fiddle with the details if necessary, a system where each grappler earns $250 for every match they participate in would have seen every grappler on the card go home with at least $3,000 in the bank, while still leaving $40,000 on offer for the winning team. That means that a member of the winning team who participated in all of his matches would still have left with $11,000, but everyone on the card would have gone home with several grand in the bank, which for many of the athletes would likely have been the biggest paycheck they've ever received for grappling. Look, don't get me wrong, it's amazing that events with payouts this big are starting to go on in this sport, and I think however they distribute that money, it's going to help the sport grow. But if we truly want to push on, and push on as fast and effectively as possible, I think the most effective way to do that is to make sure that as many grapplers as possible are able to go out there and put in full-time work at the gym to get themselves as good as they can be for us to watch. Look, I'm not going to pretend that big payouts like PGF has put on offer are not amazing for the sport. I watched Season 6, I loved Season 6, I'm excited for Season 7. These are just a few things I personally think would help to improve the event, and more importantly, improve the sport moving forward. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Either way, let me know in the comments. Hey guys, thanks for watching. This is the part of the end of the video where I would normally link you to my other video here or that video there, but this is the first video I've done, so I don't really have anything to link you to, and if I'm honest, I haven't looked up how to do it yet. So instead, I'm just going to remind you, Kriante Mixed Martial Artists are fully and 100% funded by my awesome readers. If you like the stuff we do around here and you want to help out with it, please consider checking out the Patreon. The link's below. It helps me buy food and nice things for this little lady. Thank you.